you wear this for like 50 years and then imagine the boot could talk. You know, it would talk about like all the experiences that you had together. What's up guys, hope you're doing well out there. Today I want to talk about a concept that is really dear to my heart and something that I've been thinking about for a long time. And it's basically the idea or the romance of a one item collection. So what does it mean, one item collection? It's basically the opposite of the concept that I talked about a couple of videos ago, right? Which is basically my philosophy, right? So quick recap if you haven't seen that video. What I basically do is I buy most of my clothing used, then I take really good care of it, rock it for like a couple of months or even years, and then I resell it for probably around the same price that I bought it for. So I'm not losing money or anything. And it's a pretty cool concept. But since I've been doing this for like years, I've always wondered like what it would be like to have just like one item and rock it to death, right? And this, I kind of romanticize this whole idea, I think. And I know like there's the majority of people actually do it that way, right? But they buy like cheap shit, like they buy like whatever, rock it to death, which is probably like 3 months or whatever, right? And then they buy new stuff. But that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about like buying or only having like one pair of boots, for example, right? And then like high quality boots, let's say CCP boots, for example, and then rock them every day for years and years and years. You can resell them and whatever, and they look beaten, but you really make them your own, right? And that's a concept that I've really been intrigued by, I guess. And maybe like the whole idea, I think the first time I've had this idea was when I was collecting watches, which was like a couple of years back, right? I had a couple of watches, and I'm a big watch enthusiast, by the way. And I had like, 5 or 6 like pretty good watches, right? Decent watch collection. And then I was thinking about like those older people, you know, like 60, 70-year-old guys that bought like their first Rolex when they were like 20, right? They saved up for like 5 years, worked hard, whatever, bought their first Rolex, and then they haven't taken it off for like 50 years, you know? And that's stronger in watches than it is with clothing, right? Basically, the watch inherits like all your experiences, right? And becomes part of your character and whatnot. And then like this idea was really stuck in my head. So I sold most of my watches, and now I actually only have one watch. Now I'm not wearing any, but this is the one watch that I want to keep forever. And I was wondering if that same or a similar concept could apply to clothing, right? So obviously the piece would have to be extremely high quality. So a pair of CCP boots is actually a good example, right? You can resole them when the sole breaks down, or you Vibram it anyway, and then you can like resole it all over again and wear it probably until you die, I think, right? Obviously at some point you'll probably have a problem with the zipper or whatever, but it's all repairable, right? You can still wear them for years to come, and that would be so interesting. I know like in that video when I talked about like about the concept how I buy and resell my stuff, right? Some of you commented and said, hey, I rock stuff to death, which is pretty awesome. And I would really like to know like what your approach is, right? Is there anybody out there who does it that way, right? To have like one jacket, wear it to death, one pair of pants, wear it to death. And I think, you could still say, okay, I have like one, let's stick with trousers maybe. You could say, okay, I have one go-to pants, which I rock to death, but then I still have like 3 or 4 others, right? I'm not sure if that counts, to be honest. So my goal with this video today is first introduce you to that concept, right? It's probably not a new concept to you anyway. And I would also like to know your thoughts on that topic. And then I want to go ahead and pick a category of clothing and then choose the one item that I would keep as the one item collection. And I might actually do it, but only in one category, right? Because I can't rock the same outfit for the next 50 years. Right? Would be kind of boring for you as well if I do a new video every week with the same outfit and I have nothing new to talk about, right? But it could still work like with one category only. So I guess let's jump into the categories. So let's start off with footwear. So I've decided like not to go with one pair, but with 2 pairs, one pair of boots, one pair of sneakers. Boots, you guessed it, CCP, Tornado zips, lovely culata. And this is probably the item in my collection that will last the longest, right? It will probably outlive me. Hopefully not, but who knows? Ultra high quality, incredible texture. Yeah. This is a piece I will definitely keep forever, right? This is the experiment. I'm not wearing them as often as I would like to, but I'm really working on that. And I mean, summer is coming up. Summer in Munich is kind of crazy always in terms of temperatures. So this will be difficult, but I will do my best to really rock those to death, and I will keep them and maybe do like a check-in. Like imagine like me being a YouTuber in like 50 years, you know what I mean? And then like doing a video about these like every 5 years and like see how they age, how the whole thing progresses and stuff. It would be interesting. So this is my first one item collection piece. Dan, you probably guessed it also, in terms of sneakers, this will be my choice. I was thinking if I should pick the Gore-Tex one over this one, but to be honest, the Gore-Tex shoe is obviously not as breathable as this one, so I've decided to go for this one. So for my one item collection, I have the CCP Tornado boot, which is more for every day, which is not summer or hot temperature basically. And this would be my summer shoe, I guess. Still kind of hot when it's like 30, 40 degrees here in Munich, but so those were my two picks for the footwear category. Then I've decided like not to like talk about t-shirts or whatever, like because that really doesn't apply, I guess. I'm not talking about pants either, because I've never talked about this, but I hate pants. Like I hate buying pants. I hate everything there is about pants. I know like everybody has an opinion on pants, right? For most people it's an important piece, and it is, right? It really like dictates your silhouette, I guess. But for me, like it's always been skinny jeans, right? I know like people are gonna hate probably, but I mean, it suits my silhouette. I have like long skinny legs. I'm still like stuck in those like kind of like rock star era vibes. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. So skinny black jeans will be my pick for that. Any brand doesn't matter to me, to be honest. I don't really care about pants. I don't invest much in pants. And with pants, I'm almost there, you know. I have like 3 pair of pants, 3 pair of jeans, and then the ACG cargos, and maybe a couple of more. But 3 main pants that I wear almost on a daily basis, and I usually rock them to death. Like I buy pants like every, I don't know, 2 years maybe, and I really rock them to death. Anyway, so I'm not gonna include t-shirts, I'm not gonna include pants. So let's continue with hoodies. And this is the Greg Lauren hoodie that you've seen, hopefully have seen in my last video. This again, I will keep forever. It's difficult to do like a one-piece collection with a hoodie, I think, you know, or with a sweatshirt in general, right? In that category, because you just need a bit of like excitement, I guess. I don't know. But if I had to choose, this would be my piece, you know, heavily distressed, zipped, black, beautiful piece, ultra versatile. Moving on to the next category, which would be jackets. And jacket, that's really difficult as well, right? I hate winter jackets, for example, but that is something that would not happen, right? I wouldn't just have one jacket, because you need a jacket for spring, you need one for summer, and blah, blah, blah. So I just picked my favorite jacket, which you probably know as well, right? This is the coat, the lab coat, which I will also keep forever. And I absolutely love this one. You've probably, hopefully, have seen my last video about this one. if I had to choose one, it would probably be this, but it would be difficult because obviously it's not suitable for winter. So yeah, those were my picks really quickly. This video wasn't really supposed to be about me or my picks or whatever, just more about the concept, which is especially rare, I guess, in these times, right? Where you like always need new stuff, we always buy new stuff, we always need the latest drop or whatever, right? And then the romance of having one pair of boots, rocking them every day. And it's okay, like, I guess like lots of people only have one pair of boots, right? But they don't wear them often, so it doesn't really qualify in my opinion, right? So it really has to be something that you really wear to death and it gets character and sort of becomes part of your personality and it can tell stories. You wear this for like 50 years and then imagine the boot could talk, you know, it would talk about like all the experiences that you had together. I don't know, to me it's a really like an emotional, almost romantic topic. And I would love to be like that strong, you know, to just have one piece and do it forever, rock them forever. But yeah, I guess it would be difficult with this channel as well, right? It would be really boring. I would sit here like every week and talk about the same boots, and I don't know if you would watch it. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts. Is that a cool concept? Do you think it's as romantic as I think it is, or is it just bollocks? Do we need many pair of pants, many pair of shoes or whatever? Or can we just really live with one item in each category at least? I'm not sure. I hope I will get there at some point, at least in one category. It'll probably not be shoes or pants or outerwear or tops or accessories. But yeah, anyway. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash that like button down below. I'm releasing new videos every Sunday, sometimes also on Wednesdays. And yes, thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Cheers.